Coil of Worlds by Cinema McLaughlin. Prologue. The Shopkeeper. Read by Cole Dempsey. At long last, after so many years of searching, waiting, hoping, the catalyst was here. With no warning, the catalyst stood on the threshold of her store. Audrey forgot her usual greeting to new customers and tilted her head in bemusement. The catalyst, a young woman, was not who Audrey expected. The woman was the epitome of average and would never stand out in a crowd. The catalyst's hair was thrown back in a loose ponytail. Over the years, Audrey had learned this style was common among college students. Curls still surprised her even after all these years of living in this land. The young woman's eyes matched the woman's hair, a common enough color here in America. Across the room, Audrey's old, faded eyes followed the catalyst as she wandered the store, looking at the handcrafted items there to entice prospective buyers. Reading the woman's sweatshirt, Audrey guessed the catalyst attended college somewhere in Texas. Continuing her study, the storekeeper realized the young woman recognized and accepted her own unimportance in this strange but fascinating land. She had learned over the years that hundreds of thousands of adults attended college, so the woman was simply one student among many. The goddess save her. But Audrey might have doubted her own conviction, except she knew deep within her soul this woman was the catalyst. The prophetess Lalan, her mentor, had instructed her there would be no doubt when she found the one. The catalyst would alter Audrey's birth world forever, changing the tide of kingdoms. So the young woman was wrong. The thought made her smile. This woman was never meant to live an ordinary life. Potential shimmered within and around her, like the burning sun. Audrey shook her head in wonder. Decades before she had opened her store, thinking it might provide her a way to locate the catalyst. As time passed, she had wavered in her task. Audrey should have never doubted her mentor, for Lalan was never wrong. Desperation struck her, and panic ensued. How should Audrey approach the catalyst? With that jarring thought, the shopkeeper realized the monumental task given to her was almost complete. Her hands trembled with excitement. She approached the girl with an open smile. The young woman blinked, surprised at such rare welcome. Audrey silently scolded herself. She could not come across as too pushy or she would lose this one and only chance. Taking a deep, steadying breath, she asked, "Can I help you? Are you looking for anything in particular?" The catalyst smiled beautifully in return. "Sorry, I'm only window shopping. I'm waiting for my parents to finish up next door." Audrey fretted as the young woman turned away to amble through the store. An ingenious idea came to her. She called out, "Young lady, I might have an item that might pique your interest. If you will follow me, please." Audrey guided the woman to the back room. On a shelf, a small leather case sat with the other ancient and singularly unique items. Handing the case over, Audrey urged the catalyst, "Please open it. I think it is a perfect souvenir for you." With a dubious frown, the woman opened the case, revealing a remarkable object nestled within. The woman removed the opaque coil and turned the object over and over, following the lines to find the end. But Audrey knew its end was also its beginning. With a small smile, the young woman hesitated and then asked, "Are you sure this is for sale? I don't see a price tag." The old woman knew that for the coil to be taken into the catalyst's possession, the price was nothing and everything. But that would never do in this land. So instead, Audrey nodded and said, "Yes, I think the coil has found a new home. Is $10 too much?" The woman studied the coil with renewed interest. Audrey sighed in relief when the woman agreed with another small smile and a nod. As she wrapped the fragile-looking coil, Audrey made certain to tell an obscure tale about an unnamed people. The young woman left the store believing that the coil mirrored that of a dream catcher, an object created to hang above the bed in which she slept. The truth was far more remarkable and far more dangerous. That night, for the last time, Audrea watched the sun set over the mountain range that oft reminded her of home. After years of watching, waiting, hoping, she could now rest. Her task was now complete. Audrea could join her loved ones at last. She sighed, feeling the weight of years in her old and tired bones. With weary eyes, she looked up at a darkening sky, sending up one last fervent prayer. God and Goddess, please watch over the Catalyst. Send to her those who will protect her. For the life of the Catalyst had only just begun.